So we're here now at Dachau, one of the first Nazi concentration camps. Behind these gates, thousands were imprisoned, tortured and murdered. Just over there, you can see the railhead where they come in on the trains. This isn't just a place of the past though. Dachau today stands as a warning of what happens when things like polarization, fear and hatred go unchecked. After World War I, Germany was shattered, the economy was ruined, inflation skyrocketed and national pride was destroyed. People were desperate, fearful and angry. And this is the type of soil that extreme ideologies grow, because the Nazis didn't grow overnight. They exploited a divided society, painting some groups as enemies of the state. They were the scapegoats for everything that had happened. The Jews, the communists and other minorities, they were all falsely blamed for everything that had gone wrong with Germany, for the economic collapse and social decay. Hate became a rallying point. Division became a weapon. And the Nazis used this resentment in order to push a narrative of us versus them. They promised strength, unity and revenge, but the price of that unity was a dehumanisation of anyone labelled as the enemy. Polarisation went from politics to life in general. World War I left millions of Germans wounded, both in body and spirit. The Treaty of Versailles humiliated the whole nation. There was massive reparations, territorial losses and a sense that Germany had been stabbed in the back by its own people. The Nazis used this resentment to push a narrative of us versus them. They promised strength, unity and revenge, but the price of that unity was a dehumanisation of anyone that they chose to label as an enemy. Polarisation went from politics to life and death. So Dachau and all of its buildings around it was built in 1933. This was literally months just after Hitler came to power. It's a model of what happens when fear and hatred are normalised. Political opponents were imprisoned first, then the minorities, and then the Jews. This camp though, and the many others like it across Europe, they weren't spontaneous. They were a result of a society that was slowly persuaded that certain people's lives were less human than others. The Nazis didn't just start with mass extermination on day one. They started with division, propaganda and fear, all the things that we see today. Make no mistake, it worked. Ordinary people were convinced to participate and stay silent. The town is literally 500 metres just beyond the perimeter of this area. Not far at all. They would have known what was going on. But ordinary people became complicit in this extraordinary evil. The lesson of Dachau today is very, very clear. Polarisation kills. When fear replaces reason, when anger replaces empathy, societies can be led to commit horrors that they never thought possible. We do see echoes of this today in online echo chambers, political tribalism, and the vilification of entire groups of people. History doesn't repeat exactly, but it does come back again and again. When you walk through these grounds, you realise that hate is cultivated, polarisation is engineered, and silence every time is complicity. We can't change the past, but we can 100% learn from it. Question narratives, resist division, and demand empathy over fear. Comment below for me what lessons from Dachau you think that the world still ignores. Share this message before history repeats itself.